right, people. Testing, testing. Oh shit, this thing's not. Testing, testing, testing. Why is this not going here? Fucking stupid fucking program. Okay, it's working. All right, all right. It's actually working. I thought it wasn't working. All right. Excuse my language in the beginning. You can hear me. That's good, people. Good, good. No, I thought there was something wrong. Hello, 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 people. Let's let the people come in. This YouTube thing is kind of behind because I see now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 people that are watching, or eight different people watching so far. I mean, just to start now. Okay, now it's updated. Now it's 10. Okay, there's a bit of a delay in the amount of people. All right, people. So we're going to be talking about big picture thinking. I got some things I want to explain. My thoughts on the market and why I remain to be bullish, despite that the market has been a bit difficult for the past. Well, you can see, and again, it comes down to big picture thinking. Right. So we've been, as you can see, we've been going down. This has been difficult because we've been getting a lot of signals. However, it's about big picture. Okay, in order to succeed in the market, you have to think differently than everybody else. So if a lot of people are thinking the market must go down, it doesn't mean it's going to go down. Okay, and why can I tell you this? Well, it was the same analogy I used based on the way I looked at things and my scans way back in December 2000. February the 11th, 2016. Now, I tell you this story because it's very important to understand that the majority, and we're talking about the world record holder, a person with very high skill, was completely completely wrong. And that's just why I call myself the big picture expert, and I believe I'm one of the best out there because I think differently. And you need a person to tell you the facts. When we're losing, we're losing. But there's a right way to lose and a wrong way to lose. A lot of people, I tell you this, like the stock, and I want to give you an example of the stock clown, because the stock clown is a very good teacher, people. Believe me when I tell you, just because I talk to them about a negative light or the trolls, they all offer a very important lesson, how they are clueless compared to yours truly, Power Trick or Trade. And let me explain you what I mean. So we're going to go with an example of home. I'm going to talk about SPY here, people. I'm going to talk about a lot of great things. But let's talk about Home Depot. I want to tell you a true story. Why of what's called, remember I talked about big picture thinking and small picture thinking. Well, let me tell you a true story, people. This is something that I was discussing with Shaya at the time, okay? And we were looking to go long, and we caught these great gains in Home Depot. Now, no word of a lie, you see, the stock clown was in this particular move, along with me. I absolutely told the stock clown to stay long his position. He said to me, "You are crazy. You are nuts." And lo and behold, the next day, the stock pops higher, and pops a lot higher, making massive gains in options. Now let me explain you something. Why do you want to catch big gains? Let me explain to you. Just like WDC, if you are up a plus 300%, that means you are able to take 3 losing positions at 100% loss, which is almost impossible to do when you have big picture thinking and big picture skills and you're greater than 80% correct. That means your winners pay off any losers and put you massively ahead. Therefore, that's why I explain to people you cannot lose when you have a big picture mentality and a big picture strategy. Once you adopt the small picture thinking, where you're trading in and out of the market without reason, you will burn out and you will fail. You can hear me but low. You can hear me. Let me check something here. I mean, my volume seems to be okay. Can I up the volume? Let's see here. I up the volume. Ba 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 ba. I'll up it some more, maybe. Ba 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 ba. Okay. So, anyways, is that better? Is that better? Can you hear me, Marcus? Can you hear me better now? Let me see here. Sound is low. I don't know why. Also, poor quality video today for some reason. What do you mean poor quality video? You see, because I know I see it perfectly. What I see here is that it's showing majority of the screen is what I needed to show. It's not showing everything. Okay, anybody else hear me okay? Can't hear on very low. Super, that's sound is low still. Also poor quality video some reason. Yeah, 480p. Okay, well, it doesn't now. Okay, now someone told me now is loud and clear. Hello, people. Okay, hello, Eric. I'm gonna get back to the story once we get rid of this sound issue. I think sound is low. Okay, I have you clear. You see, it's very strange. So it depends on the people. So listen, people, you gotta up your volume. No, my internet speed is very quickly. It's very fast. It's not nothing I can do. I have a 25 gigabyte up and download speed, so I know it's not that. It's a bit louder than earlier. Okay, so let me see if I can make an adjustment. I'm gonna adjust this. I don't know what happened here because I didn't do anything, but you know what? These fucking programs, they make me mad sometimes. Let me adjust. There was something that these guys had to do for my computer, and it looks like it is better now. What the fuck, man? You know, like, let's see here. Advanced audio properties. I mean, I got my mic at 100%, audio depth, audio 61. What if I put a little higher this number? I don't know. I'm gonna try that. I don't know if that's gonna do anything. I put my volume at max. I honestly don't. There was something that was changed to my computer that could have caused a problem, but now little better, not great. Okay, well, at least you can hear me, you know, because the key here is what I'm saying here until I figure that technical issue out, because what the computer that I'm using right now, they did something. I don't notice any issues, but sometimes it affects a program and I didn't know about it because, you know, so I'm going to look into it. I will look into it, people, but as long as you can hear me, turn up the speakers. I'm pretty sure that we're going to record good. Sound is good. See, Trades Kumar says, so I did the best I can do for now, people. Not yours, Sandra, one who has poor video. Oh, okay. Okay. Okay, so here's my point. I want you guys to understand something about catching the big gains, okay? And big picture thinking. Okay, let's give you another example. Now, I did not hold this, but this is why I really I'm sticking to my guns more than ever now. WDC, all right, people? As you can see, what happened was, and this is very important even for the market. This is about everything, people. This is going to change the way you think, okay? When you must adapt a strategy and not change your strategy unless you get there's something tells you to get out. Now, I'll give you an example with WDC. I did not exit this position. I exited for break even. However, it was a loss temporarily due to market conditions, because sometimes markets need to do some fixing, okay? But in the big picture of things, even to this day, WDC is higher, and that's why I'm going to talk about the SPY. WDC has something to do with the SPY, and I'm going to explain to you guys, because the way I think, people, it is big picture thinking. It is beyond anything out there. Nobody is better than yours truly, PowerTarget Trade. You need a big picture expert to help you, to guide you, to give you the facts. And that's what I'm going to do, people. So now, let's get to WDC. All right, now, WDC was a loser temporarily, 80% to be exact, but became a great, and still to this day, 300% gainer with your eyes closed. So what does that mean? That means that you could afford to lose 3 trades at 100% loss and still break even, because if you caught that trade perfectly. So keep that mental number in your mind. So let me explain you the statistical measurement here. Even when we have positions going against us, as long as they do not validate the stop area, they can always come back for us and make us gains. And that's what WDC did. Because it was a confirmed trade, because it was stabilized at key levels, it became a massive winner. And this, people, is called big picture thinking. I studied this fact very carefully, and I thought about it very carefully with all the statistical measurement that I've been doing for all the thing. What I'm preaching and saying, it's gold. It's gold. End of story. And it will help you. And a lot of people need somebody to give a push in life. You know, sometimes people, and I can give you more stories. I will tell you more stories in the future. But everybody needs a mental push. No, AMZN is different. AMZN stopped out from my workable using. Okay, good. AMZN stopped out, and it is a failed trade. But not Caterpillar, no. Not Apple, no. Not based on some other things that I have. I consider Apple still okay. Caterpillar still okay. And then we have the new trades that are in play. I'm not going to discuss everything, okay? What I want to discuss is I told people in PowerGroupTrades what I think about certain stocks, okay? What I want to talk about in this live stream is the importance of thinking correctly. A lot of people have mental issues out there. They do not have big picture thinking. They think very little-mindedly, okay? And the reason why I can tell you that with authority is what I did back in February 11, 2016. That was big picture thinking at the highest level. Better than anybody out there. And I mean anybody. I'm convinced. I am convinced. Billionaire thinking is what I have. Billionaires need to get behind me. Billions of dollars is what I should be worth. And it will come to me what is deserved. I'm going to do a lot of positive things with the power coming to me. On top of that, I'm going to do some shaking in the health industry as well. PowerTarget is a health expert, going to be the leading health expert and investment advice expert, leading world expert in the most important things in life, your health and your finances. That's who you are following. You are following an expert in these two things, a giant that's awakening, every day growing in intelligence on a higher level all the time. You guys are going to be shocked what I'm going to be doing in the future. Lots of shocking. I must do something with the gifts that I have. I must awaken lots of the drug companies out there need to become broke, and the money needs to be distributed to where it should go. The money is not in the right places. People who are wealthy do not deserve to be wealthy, deserve to be broke, and the people who are broke should be wealthy. Okay, and this is where I'm going to be talking about. First is the mastering of finances through the market. Well, I have done this. I am master of what I'm talking about. I understand I know the big picture is the best way. And the next thing is your health, your well-being. You've seen me do some, but I've been doing a lot of new research, and I'm going to be talking about that later on in the future. So I want to lead in two directions: leading health expert by example and financial expert. Never done before. You either have one or the other. You don't have a guy who's good with his health and his finances. You got one or the other. I want both. That's PowerTarget, both. Strong mind, strong body, strong soul. Everything. All three aligned. Everything must be aligned to be the best. You cannot be, if you're wealthy and you don't have your health, you're a poor man. You're nobody. That's my opinion. No good. So Steve Jobs, billionaire, multi-billionaire, didn't have his health. What did he have? Nothing. He left the world a railing skeleton. To me, that's a failure. Big F. All that talent could never be realized. Even enjoying that big ship could not be realized, people, due to not having health control of health. So, wealth in my books is finance and health. And many people in society do not have control of both. I can assure you this. They do not have control, but they think they have control. They do not. Not their health and not their wealth. All right, now. Enough of that now. Yeah, let's get to the then health and wealth. Yeah, exactly. All right, now. So here's what I'm getting at. WDC, people, okay, is a very good teacher because it held the levels that I explained and became a 300% gainer. When you have these type of wins, they afford you to have losses when losses are a part of the game because the market still has unpredictable factors. Now we're going to get to the SPY now, okay? So we're going to go to the SPY now. Okay, people? SPY. Okay, now. This is my take on the SPY, not just on this bull flag pattern. We have what I call as a bull flag pattern that is still building. We need the SPY to break out of the channel. We have stocks that I believe that are telling me that that's going to happen. It's just a matter of when the market wants to do that. It can happen tomorrow. It can happen 2 days from now. It can happen next week. Here's another statistical measurement. As long as the SPY stays above 269, 268, those are key pivot levels. Even as far as 264, the channel is still building and the market can recover. The key factor is, do key stocks hold key levels while this factor is happening? For all I know, tomorrow the market decides to break out of this channel tomorrow. And I've documented this in the video. I'm proposing the market is going to go and test 280 to 284 before the 200 moving average, as long as we hold key pivot levels. And we'll mark this in my videos because all my stream videos I've proven myself dozens of times, just like FedEx, people. Let's go over FedEx too. I want to tell you this. These are true stories. This is where the stock clown lost massively wrong, where PowerTarget was correct. Big picture expert. Listen, nobody comes close to my thinking. Absolutely nobody. Absolutely nobody out there. They are, to me, just little clowns compared to PowerTarget. So listen, people. Let's talk the reality here. Let's talk about the truth here. Okay? Let's talk about FedEx here. It's moved so much still that let's talk about FedEx. Okay, this is what we're talking about right over here. All right, so I recall, everybody can recall, PowerTarget defending FedEx, saying that not only did we also had this here, that this stock was okay. Now, it was this day here was the last update where I said, no, sorry, it was on a Wednesday, right here. Sorry, right here, Wednesday. I said this in a live stream, and it's recorded and documented. We are going to laugh to the bank as I see a massive rise coming. Now, we were suffering for a few weeks before the big gain. But was PowerTarget correct? I am still massively correct as FedEx is at 249. Now, where was FedEx when we were suffering? 218. My targets were 240, people. It blew through my targets, and the stock clown with no skill, with a little stupid mind, I call very small-minded person, was short FedEx instead of long, which was the right way. And till this day, it's higher, still higher than my 240 targets by 10 points. That tells you a lot about the market. I look at statistical measurements in the market in a unique manner that's more advanced than anybody out there. Everybody is looking at old world thinking. You cannot do that to survive. The market is in constant change. That's why the stock clown cannot adapt to the market, because he's in an old world thinking. He said the SPY was a bubble at 225, people. Now, there's a lesson to learn here, because he said that the monthly charts are extended. It makes no difference. They can be extended for the next 10 years if the market wants to let it be extended. Until the market gives the signals of a problem, there is no problem. And anybody telling you there is simply guessing. That's what I call small-minded thinking. They don't know. Nobody knows. I don't know. I only listen to the market. The market's telling me we're going higher. And I'm going to stick to that, my guns, because I've been right for the past 2 years, 10 times more than wrong. That's why I'm the big picture, and I'm trying to help people mentally. I'm going to admit when we lose money. That's not the point. The point is there is going to be losses. But what about the gains? How did I catch those great Amazon gains? The options were $2,000, people, and they hit a high of $6,000. All holdable, all easy to hold, all documented in my PowerGroupTrades. I sold for $5,000 a piece. I was very happy with those massive gains, and it's afforded me to have losses and still be in a surplus right now. Right now, I believe a lot of stocks like Caterpillar will make massive gains. As long as key levels hold, Caterpillar is preparing to propel higher. And the plan has already been posted inside of PowerGroupTrades. And that's another sign right there, people. I'm going to give you a little tip. Caterpillar. Caterpillar is telling us something. Facebook, Tesla, they told us something today. The market is telling us something. The SPY is telling us something. Okay? That's bull flag. And until that bull flag pattern violates a level, this is still building, people. And Power Trigger Trade, I have this going to have this documented in video format. Whether until the market proves otherwise, I believe the market, we are going to test 280 to 284 again. Yeah, Tesla, just check out the plans that I wrote inside of PowerGroupTrades for Tesla. Yeah, GS, I don't have anything on GS right now. Hello, Ingrid. What I'm trying to teach you, people, is that I stick to my guns. Because the only way to catch the real gains is to have a strategy and hold your strategy. Look at WDC. It taught a powerful lesson, and that's what I'm trying to teach you, people. A lot of people don't look at their successes and failures to learn from. Power Trigger Trade, I've done that. I've studied between both sides of the thing. And even when you do, listen out carefully, people, even when you do all the right things, you could, especially if it goes above 171, 172. But anyways, listen, the key here now is defensive. What I'm looking for is, can our stocks hold support? How does the SPY hold support? How does Apple hold support? And as soon as the market breaks out, as the SPY starts to go higher, breaks out of this channel, that's how we're going to know, and then starting to add to our position. So Power Trigger Trade, we are now in defensive mode, waiting for the market to cooperate. And I'm telling you, the market wants to go higher. It's going to break out of this channel. And I believe that's going to happen based on a lot of statistical measurement I'm looking at. However, unfortunately, I cannot be 100% correct. There is a marginal error that can happen here. However, my stats and history show that's not the case. So instead of guessing and assuming like a stock clown or the trolls out there, I'm going to tell you the key levels. As long as the SPY holds above 264, we can go and see 280 to 284, again even higher, even to 290. Can be retested and not going to test the 200 yet. It could happen, but that's not the case right now. And because key stocks are defending or doing well, like WDC, people, let me ask you a question, people. I want you to think about this carefully. How do you explain this stock, a hardware company, regardless of the market, still up in the air? How do you explain that, people? Because there's something in the market. People are looking at them. I look at the market in a very different light. I'm giving you some little tips of advanced thinking. Explain how this stock is held all its gains, and the market has been negative. You can't, right? Because there's not a logic, but there's a logic to me. This tells me something, and that's part of this, what I'm trying to explain to you. As long as the SPY and stocks like WDC act like this, the SPY is going to bounce and shot. The market has to trick both sides. It has to suck in the bears, right? The bears, like the clown, need to be sucked in order to squeeze higher. And so people start believing the market wants to correct and go lower. That's when the market does the opposite of what most are thinking. Okay? So that's the lesson here. Power Trigger Trade, you need to have what's called a mind of steel. I have a mind of steel. I'm a leader. I'm not a follower. I lead. And a leader, you have to have a mind of steel. A lot of people do not have a mind of steel. They have a mind of mush. I've got a mind of steel. I stick to my guns. I know who I am. I know what I'm talking about. And I'm better than the most out there. I am a market leader, a market thinker. I'm on top. I'm going to rule. I'm going to get what's mine. And I'm going to help people with the power that's instilled in me. That's who I am. And I'm going to tell people that. Wrong or right, whatever happens, I'm always more right than wrong. And therefore, we'll always win the big picture. But you got to take all the trades. You got to do all the right things. It's not as simple as picking what stock to get into. If I'm going into 5 plans that are triggering, you must go into 5 plans to be a winner, for sure. And you must know how to hold. And that's the problem with a lot of people. I'm here to tell you that if you do the right things, you cannot lose in the market. Meaning that you will have losses, but you'll always be in a net positive. Always. When you do adopt the right thinking. And even when you do all the right things, people, losses are going to happen because the market has unpredictable factors still. But right now, the market is telling me we are going higher, people. Okay? And until we violate those support levels, power trigger trade, I stick into my guns. Steel mind. Big picture thinking. I am a leader, and I'm going to tell the people what I'm thinking with a clear conscience, and I'm happy, and I'm very motivated. I know I'm right about a lot of stuff because I'm a guy who looks at stuff and studies, and I put things to the test. I put everything into it, 100% into what I do. Anything to find out the truth, to become the best. And power trigger trade may have discovered something new, and if I'm right on that one, what I'm thinking, it's going to power me even more powerful. I'm not going to talk about it yet. And then I'm going to go and make a noise on that as well. Because the person who deserves all the money is me, so I can make positive changes to the world and take it from people who don't deserve to be where they are. We need a power shift. The wrong people are in power, and they need to be out of power. And the right people, like Power Trigger Trade, need to be in power to empower and change the world in the right direction. And my live stream yeah, it's mental. That's right. The market is a mental thing. But like I told you about WDC, believe me now, people, when I tell you, I've told you something very, very powerful. And I don't need to tell people this, okay? People who work with me one-on-one, I talk about markets, I talk about things to some key investors who work with me one-on-one. And basically, it doesn't matter how much good advice a person gives, you still always need the big picture expert to always help people keep them on the right track. And that's what I'm here to do. So as long as you listen to what I tell you, you will be on the right track. As soon as you do your own thing, your own mind, you are going to lose. Because this market, I have a lot of experience of, I've been defeated the market mentally. In other words, I know what I'm saying mentally is the way to go. If the system is correct and something works, you don't change it because something is not working temporarily. It works most of the time. But nothing's 100% because the market has factors that, but like I said, look at WDC. Was I not right, the big picture in WDC? I said it was a long. It had failed temporarily. But was I right? Of course I was. And I wasn't just right a little bit, people. I was massively correct. Now the stock clown, stock bookie, for example, has been wrong massively and has not been right at all. The SPY. Not even 10%, not even 2%, not even minus 100%. SPY. This is important to understand, people. He said it was a bubble here. Back over here. Look where we are. That's world thinking, people. Trust me, a lot of professionals out there, they don't know what they're talking about. They're little-minded picture thinkers, and they're telling people they're making a little bit of bucks here and there. They're making money the wrong way. When you make money the wrong way, you end up never making a lot of money. You make money the right way with skill, you're going to be rich beyond your wildest dreams. But then again, if you don't have your health, and this is why I'm going to be different. I will be probably doing something with it. Right now, doing the finance is taking a lot of my time. And it's one of my biggest projects is creating a powerful, helpful financial portal for a lot of people. The next thing I'm going to be doing will be the health. I want to put drug companies out of business because they shouldn't be in such business. Now maybe some biotechs might do so well, but all the drug companies, no, we don't even need all those drugs in our body. That's what's killing people, because they don't know, they're not healing themselves the right way, through stress, through whatever. Anyways, people, I'm not going to go on all these things. I just know there's a lot of things in the world that don't work correctly, and I know there are answers, and the right people need to speak and wake the world up from their slumber. Now, first of all, I need to gain power, massive power in the market, and this is what I'm working, and that's successfully helping people on a small level do well, and then going on larger levels of a scale. But then that's not where PowerTarget Trade is going to stop there. No, 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 no. I'm going to be doing bigger and better things as well. PowerTarget Trade is going to do lots of things, people. But because I mastered the market with my psychological thinking and my skillful technologies that I've come up with, I'm able to I want to take over what is mine. Everything is coming to me, you know, God willing. Everything is coming to me the way it's supposed to. Things have been going really great for me, and I have a lot of lessons and a lot of understanding that you cannot go to school for to understand and do. You must be a doer in life. You can study all you want. You got to do in life. You got to do it, and I do what I talk about, and I demonstrate it. And I know I've helped a lot of people in my stream. Nobody has received money gifts from people out of free will. Nobody in history in the market has received free will. I guarantee you, not like this from social media. Nobody. I'm the first. Guaranteed. That's because I've helped people so much. I've inspired them so much. They were happy to send me money gifts. How is that, people? It's by being true. I'm not going to change who I am. Some people don't like the way I speak. That's too bad for them, because I know what I'm talking about. The stock clown is a massive troll with no skill that is mentally ill in the brains. And that's what I'm trying to tell people. A lot of people are mentally ill like the stock clown, but give stock advice, saying that they know more than everybody else. How do you know more than everybody else if you've been wrong the SPY since 225? I have a video documentation of that, of your own friggin' words. It's a bubble. I'm short. How do you call yourself anything if you're wrong 15, 16 months, massively, huge 100, 300% gain, thousands of percent option-wise, where PowerTarget Trade has been correct massively, the big picture, since February 11, 2016, when the clown, I guarantee you the stock clown, was massively bearish and was wrong there too. All right now. So, I don't change who I am. That's what I'm trying to say. But there's people out there who think that I'm saying like the thing. I'm going to speak the way I am. I'm not going to change nothing. If I sound too what's the word? I don't know. Too not optimistic. If I sound too high on myself, that's too bad, because I got a right to be high on myself, because I know what I'm capable and who I am now. I know. And that power will keep growing. I'm not changing. I will always talk very highly of myself, because who else is going to do it other than, you know, you got to be they say love thyself, okay? Anyways, now, enough of that point. So people come in my stream. If you haven't heard everything I said, this live stream, this live stream, there's a lot of powerful messages in here. Like I explained about FedEx, like WDC, like what I said about the SPY, okay? And the same thing I told people about Apple. Now, if Apple happens to hold the key levels, Apple will be fine. Apple can become a WDC. That's what I'm assuring you. But if Apple doesn't do that, then I will make an adjustment based on those factors. I don't believe that's possible based on what I'm seeing, but anything is possible, right? What I'm getting at is WDC, Caterpillar, and the SPY itself is saying the market can go higher, people. It will go higher. It is still in a bull flag patterning. And for all we know, tomorrow we will get a positive resolution. That's what we need, people, because we haven't been going up. We've been going down. Look how many days now. That's why things have been difficult. We go up and down, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You know, this was a pause day. We were going up. We still ended up down. But yet, key stocks like Facebook were able to do very well. We're able to make great comebacks. WDC did not go down is still remaining very bullish that wants to go higher. Though I'm not in WDC, I'm saying that WDC, I wasn't just correct on it. I was, talk deeply into the mic, people. I was massively correct. All right now. And that's my point. And it means a lot. Believe me, what WDC, there's a massive lesson in WDC. I cannot stress it enough. That it's the simple things that a lot of people do not see, that dismiss, is the biggest error. I keep telling people WDC is there's a big lesson in WDC, and I'm going to continually say that and drive that home. Look at WDC, look at the market, and explain to me how a hardware stock that sells hard drives is that strong. That's not bearish market conditions. Understand that, people. This is some of the analogy I use to call the February 11, 2016 reversal. More advanced than the world record holder. He is a pebble compared to me based on that day. A pebble in thinking skills. A pebble. You understand, people? All right, now, I don't want to get upset, but that's what I'm trying to tell you. Pebble. I say small mind. The money, billions of dollars, should be instilled in me so I can control that money for people to help the world. Not billionaires who have no skill and don't know what to do with the money and don't do anything positive with the money. That's what the world needs. It needs the people who know how to help people in a meaningful way. Not small-minded people like the stock clown who ruins people's lives. That's all he does, is ruins people's lives. And when I try to help people against that guy, the powers that be don't like that. They, you know, like for example, the people who moderate StockTwits don't have any brains in their head. They practically don't see that this guy's a problem, that the stock clown was a massive problem. So they have the wrong people in power, the wrong people moderating. The person who thinks is in charge doesn't know the damaging effects that the StockTwits is having on a lot of people with the bad advice and the trolling that goes on StockTwits. It's not helpful, StockTwits. They're damaging people. I'm helping people. I'm helping people, not the StockTwits. They don't need StockTwits. They need PowerTarget Trade. That's all you have to do. Follow PowerTarget Trade, and you'll be better off than listening to the news and to anybody else that doesn't know what they're talking about. I called the SPY reversal 2011 plan. Nobody else did that. Nobody. No one. No one out there. No one on StockTwits did that. Nobody. Now, absolutely no professional did that. And certainly the world record holder clearly didn't do that either. I have documented proof, people. Why do I tell you these things? Because, people, it's a mental state of being. It's sticking to your guns. Even my followers back then couldn't believe it. When I spoke to some people, honest to God, truth story people, they said, I didn't believe you, Sandro. I couldn't believe what you were doing. Everybody was bearish. That's why people listen to me. That's why people send me money. Because the people who understand, which a lot of people are clueless and are sleeping at the wheel, realize that I know what I'm talking about. And that means when things don't work, that's okay. It's the majority of the time. It's the big picture. I'm right, the big picture, more often than not. And that's how you become wealthy. That's how you go forward in life. You can't be like a Patrick, picking and choosing your stocks and then getting the one that doesn't work out and then putting blame on person when they don't know what they're doing themselves, when they're the problem. They're the issue, not the power trick or trade. Yeah, a pebble, right, Marcus. He's a pebble to me. A pebble compared to me. Meaning that I deserve to be at the level and the recognition, because, and now I will. You know, I had to go through things in life for a reason. You know, I had to go through bad parts of suffering in the market for a reason. We all do, to become something good. And without that suffering in life, or doing the things that didn't work for you, when you finally discover the things or finally see it, you actually have a lot more credibility, because you're able to help people on a mental level as well. So until the SPY violates my levels, long story short, the market's going higher, and I'm sticking to my guns on this. If a stock fails to hold support, I will exit position. But right now, as it stands, I see the market going to bounce for us And stocks like Caterpillar can do very well for us. That's what they're saying. And look again, people, put up a stock chart of WDC and ask yourself this question. If this market was so bearish, how do you explain WDC making those massive gains and holding those gains in a consolidated manner? Ask yourself this question. And then you realize, you know, this PowerTarget trader knows what the hell he's talking about. Because it's not common thinking. What if you're thinking like the rest of the people out there, you're doomed to fail. I'm big picture thinking. And I'm not changing anything what I will say. I will continuously, like if I have to talk about a troll or a stock clown, I will do so if I see fit, if I think that it will be beneficial, and it is. Because the stock clown is a very good teacher of not what to do, not to be like him. He is pure evil and wrong, and he's giving he just patronizes people. And yours truly, I fixed him up. I still bet, and in life, I told him, if you meet me in life in a ring, not only will I defeat you mentally, I will defeat you physically. Therefore, I'm master. You got to defeat me mentally, physically, and spiritually before you can say you're better than me. And I already defeated you in all three levels on a massive level. I will defeat many people on all levels. Maybe they can beat me physically, but they cannot beat me mentally or financially through statistical, through skillful measures. That's how I think. You got to be the best on all levels, because true health and well-being, you must have all three aligned. Okay? Because if you have your personal life in the dumpsters, like a lot of these superstars, some superstars, megastars that do, everything can go down the tubes. Even your finances, half the finances are lost in Hollywood due to personal issues, personal problems. You know, the breakdowns of people going broke because they couldn't control their mental and financial state, given, for example, Mike Tyson. So people, true wealth is a combination. If there's anybody who's got their act together, would be someone like, but doesn't really have his health 100%, he could have his health a lot better, would be Bill Gates. Okay? Because the guy is doing good things with his money, has massive success that you can never achieve again, but he does not have the health he should have for the kind of money that he does have. That he does not know. Because that is, so therefore, you know, even if you have all the money in the world, you can't do all the positive things with it with your own power. It's like wasted talent, like people like like Prince, drug overdosing. So you have all this musical talent, but you're left the world with a great amount of wealth, with no health at all, down the tubes. I don't know. That's massive failure in my books. Leave the world with positive, powerful things, with a healthy life, with you know, positive. That's to me true success. And a lot of people don't have these things. People either they don't have their life, they don't have their personal life together, or they don't have their finances together, or they may have their finances, but they don't have their personal life, or they don't have their health. So what is true wealth, and who's a leader? PowerTarget trade. I have my health together, my finances together, and my personal life together. And master of that. Now, many people don't have that. They have two of those factors, but not all three on a high level. And that's who can help people truthfully. You must have these all three. You must. And then you truly can become your true self, the true height of power in yourself. That's so. Like I said, this was going to be an eye-opening. Yeah, that's right, Dexter. That's right. I told you people this was going to be an eye-opening and mind-opening live stream, because I'm talking from the heart here. This is how I feel. A lot of people, you know, they're just phony fakes out there. I'm telling you how it is. You know, you've got to think this way. I think this way, and that's it. I try to be the best I could do in those 3 levels. The stock clown can't do that. He can't. He has no physical health. Being, I guarantee you, to me, he's probably a skinny, fat guy, a nice pop belly with skinny arms and skinny legs. My opinion. and weak as hell. And I personally pretty sure he doesn't have a good personal life either. And second of all, he has very little respect on his stream. All right now, and I decimated and cremated him. Anyways, people. So again, people, any questions for the power trick or trade here? It's never too late to start to get to those things in order. One. You see, and you know Dexter here, people. I recognize Dexter as somebody, really with it, someone special. I recognize this from him. Really recognize that. And you know what? That's who I attract. I care about attracting the intelligent people. There's a lot of I call them, I don't know. They're nobodies in life. They're going to be nobodies. They're going nowhere. If they are put off by what I said, then I don't want them in my life. I don't want them to be a group member. I don't want them to be in my groups. I don't want those people. I want people who I inspire from my words, that I connect with. I'm not here to help to please everybody. Some people cannot be helped. They want to choose the way of the devil, we'll say. Okay? They want to choose the wrong path in life. Power trick or trade, I want to put people on the right path. Go to church. Eat healthy. Exercise. And do good with the money, with your financial gain, by helping people. That's what you want to do. Now, power trick or trade, that's what I'm doing. You know, people, now Dexter was one of the first guys who started the sending the gifts. And many people followed suit, feeling the same way, all out of free will. People just randomly they're sending me this, sending me that. I never seen the stock clown get that. I never seen anybody get that, out of free will, out of free will. And that's because I stayed true to who I was. And that means more to me. It may not, also people might say it's not a big deal. $11,000, what's the big deal? No, it is a big deal to me, because it's what it represents and what it tells me. As much as that's $11,000, that could be $11 billion coming my way. The same reasoning. Of course, if God doesn't see fit that I need to have all that money, then I don't have to have all that money to cause positive influence in the world through social media. But you got to be believe in what you say and talk to people real. That's what you got to be. You can't be a fake ass. You've got to be a real ass. A real person. Right? Yeah. Pop belly, skinny arms, and skinny belly. That's right. That's right. That's probably the stock clown, what he's got. Yeah. Yeah, Twitter, again, was subjected to some scare from Facebook, but it did bounce a key level. It's a stock that you got to hold, kind of. I don't really have an option strategy for Facebook. I mean, for Twitter right now. I did talk about Facebook inside of PowerGroupTrades, and if actually we're in the positive, even though the market didn't do anything positive for us. Facebook was doing very good for us today. So there you go. That says a lot right there, right? So how bearish can the market be when Facebook and Twitter sorry, Tesla bounced 12 points today? Yeah, you know what I mean? That's not a bearish market, I'm sorry to tell you. And the SPY still continues to hold key pivot levels, people, until they are violated. And I tell you now, even if I don't want it to test the 264, but even if it did, the market's still in a bullish flag pattern. You got to understand that. And in fact, if they were to pull it deeper, that means it can rise higher. That's all. Now, I'm not saying, I don't know how far they want to pull it, but according to what I'm looking at, there looks like there's a lot of support. There's a good chance the market is going to give us a bounce very soon, if not tomorrow, sometime this week. I wouldn't be surprised tomorrow, to be honest with you. So keep that in mind. The big picture, now I don't have anything on BA right now because I'm focusing on Caterpillar. But BA can make a comeback as well. The problem is, Trader SP, is I'm waiting for our stocks to start showing us the power and returning money before I start committing to more plans. I know what the big picture is, but we still need the market to confirm. And the market has not confirmed the bull flag pattern. It's telling me we can go higher, but we need the market. So I'm going to get more bullish once the market confirms. But right now, I am more at a, like WDC, holding positions as best as possible based on what I'm saying. I added some key positions because I saw that they were pulled back too much, and I know they're key pivotal zones. But I'm not really going in more into the market. I'm already into the market where I want to get that positive move first, and then I will have more plans and more money will come our way. So you got to be patient. We're not. There's going to be weeks where things aren't going to be so great, and let's be honest. Last week and this week hasn't been the greatest week for money. I know this. You know, if anything, I've been losing money this week, but it doesn't matter. I don't care because I know I'm going to make money in the big picture of things way more than I'm still ahead from the gains, even though there are losses from positions not going where they're supposed to. But that doesn't stop me, doesn't change my big picture thinking, doesn't change my strategy when the market's telling me we're going to go higher. And the market had to pull back because it had to do its pullback. And some people would say, well, we made money going, yeah, but those are the same people that didn't catch the rise. They are clueless. Listen, they are pebbles. They're all pebbles. Anybody who says anything about me, I will prove them as a pebble. I told them to put $100,000 up. We will go plan for plan, and I will decimate you and cremate you. But they don't want to do that. They run for their lives when I post that. So I will beat anybody who wants to say they can beat what I'm talking about, because they can't. I'm big picture expert. They can't beat my system. I'm convinced of what my big picture thinking wins all the time over every method out there. The big picture. That's why I was able to catch Amazon the way I did. That's why I was able to identify WDC. And WDC did become a big winner. 300% gains, easy with your eyes closed. You could have got it even holding. You could have went to sleep for 2 days and collected 300% gains. That's how right I was on WDC. Although I did not hold it for that, to this day I study that. It bothers me. That's why I must stick to my core big picture thinking skills. Without fail, because I missed that 300% gains. Those were 300% extra gains I could have been using against losses. You must catch your gains, people. You must make the money the right way to make the big dollar bills. When you make money the wrong way, you're going to burn out. You're going to burn out. I guarantee you this. It's a mental game, the market, and PowerTarget knows this mental game and has the strongest mental mind there is in the market. So my stance is, unless I see an issue, I will update it in PowerGroupTrades. I told you people, the SPY is okay. As long as the SPY and WDC and stocks like Caterpillar remain above key supports, the market is going to pop higher. And it's now documented in my video so that I can play this in the future when the market goes higher and laugh at the wrong sayers again. How many times have I made live streams and I was massively correct, people? I was massively correct. FedEx. Remember that, people? Let's go over that for people who may have not heard the story. And I'm gonna keep telling the stories because these stories are the most powerful lessons you can learn in your life. All right, people. FedEx. It was against us. True story. FedEx, Dexter knows this because Dexter was in this with me. I said to everybody, we're holding position. I always made money. By the way, long story short, people, I always made money in FedEx. I always made money in FedEx. Even though I lost temporarily, it always turned into gains. And the last FedEx trade I had was a massive gainer. beyond my targets. I said 240. People, look where FedEx went. 274. The stock clown was shorting here. He shorted this. That's called pebble mind thinking. Still wrong, the big picture, massively. And I'm right, massively correct, still FedEx, till this day, people. You understand me. I'm still right. That's why I say a big picture expert. The day traders, they're little pebble minds. Pebble. All right now. Day traders, they're pebble minds. They don't know nothing about money. They're making pebble money compared to big money thinking. To make billions, you gotta think big. You can't make billions on a pebble thinking mind. You can make millions, but you can't make billions on a pebble thinking mind. Bill Gates didn't think small. He thought very intelligently by licensing the software. Because he thought big, the big picture of how he would make more money instead of getting $30,000 in one shot from IBM, he licensed the software and became one of the richest men in the world. Because he thought differently than everybody else. Most of those people never thought the reason why Bill Gates is a billionaire is because he thought big picture. He thought differently. You understand me, people? These day traders, they pebble minds. They don't know they don't know how to look at the market this way. They know how to take little pop trades for 5 minutes and they're running. That's not big picture thinking. You know, Warren Buffett didn't become a billionaire by thinking little-minded thinking and day trading like a day trader. He didn't become a billionaire day trade-minded thinking. You follow me, people? So big picture thinking is the best way to go. That's my message here. Because when you catch the big gains, it doesn't matter when there's the small losses come into play. It won't make a difference. The big gains will think, I've identified stocks that are still on fire. NKTR. I know I'm the big picture. Listen, people, I can tell you with authority, I know I'm the big picture expert. And I'm not changing anything. Most people, they change their mind, and I tell them who I counsel. The problem is you are letting your own self defeat your own self. You are your own. Listen, people, you are your own worst enemy. I learned how to defeat my enemy. Many people have not learned to defeat their enemy, themselves. In order to defeat yourself, you must be able to give up your beliefs. If I believe that eating an apple was the best thing in the world, and I can't let go of that, I cannot be my best of myself, for example. I'm giving you just a metaphorical example. You must be able to see a different reasoning. And I started studying the day traders and the thing, and I see why they fail. Why the statistics are so high that they fail is because they're teaching a method that most are going to fail. They're going to fail in the long run. They're going to make some money here and there, but in the big picture of things, they're going to burn out mentally because they have no real skill. They become fearful little people, pebble-minded thinkers. I don't know about Flash, I don't think about the fundamentals. And I tell you, I'm only talking about the market. I think there's a lot of wrong in the world that's controlled by the wrong people in power. I have no power in that. What I want to be an authority or help people on is their health and their finances. Flashlight. I can't help in every situation, like things I shouldn't, like what government does wrong or right. I'm only trying to understand one thing. What is the market saying? And I want to listen to the market, because if you listen to the market, you will make the biggest amount of money. That's my opinion. It's when you start listening to the outside, the media, people like the stock clowns, the day traders, the hedge fund managers who are clueless themselves, who know how to lose billions, lose other people's money. Those are the people that don't do any good for people. You know, you heard of it, like the Bernie Macs out there and all that stuff, right? Those are the people that people believe that that guy knows what he's doing. Meanwhile, he knows nothing. Okay. So I learned one thing, that if you could understand what the market is saying, and unfortunately, a lot of the methods that are taught out there are taught to make you fail. So PowerTarget Trade, I developed a method that mentally you have to think, you need to use your mind though. There's a thinking process though. But through thinking process and signaling technologies, you can understand what the market is saying and have a big advantage over everybody else. I don't care how much education they have. I don't care how much university. If the university professors, if it was all about how much education you have as a university professor, then they would be billionaires in the market. Would you agree, people? I've explained it very simply. It's more complicated than that. It's not as simple as being the most highly educated, knowing about tariffs and all the laws and all those things don't help you. In fact, they can detract from you. The market is very different. It works very differently, and you need to work on its game and on its thinking process. And that's what I do. And that's why it's impossible to be 100% correct, because well, if I could be 100% correct, I told you I would rule the world. I would put everybody who has a high position, I would have them live in poverty, and the people that I would reverse the roles in this world, and you would see a world like you wouldn't believe. There needs to be a lot of people losing their power and going into poverty, and people who are in poverty need to go into massive change. Those are the people that are going to change the world, not the people who only care about lining their pockets. Those people don't help the world. There are good people doing some good things, you know, but we need more of those people to come out, and that's happening through social media. So even the greatest amount of money does not matter. It's not about the money, but money, it's a good thing that I think people do have good amounts of money, so that they can have control of their life instead of being a slave at a company where you anyways, that's another issue, people. Don't forget, people, to like the live stream. Yeah, Stock Rookie. You know, meeting someone like Dexter and attracting people like Dexter, I know I'm doing the right thing. Because, you know, Dexter is a stand-up guy. And like Mez and Shia. Although some people, you know, I don't want to... Stand-up people I've attracted. Top-notch people. You know, like my followers, serious followers. Like the people who send me gifts. Those are the top-notch people. They are somebody in this world. I guarantee you they're going to become somebody, or their life is going to change for the better because of that. Because of their faith and belief in me. And because of their faith and belief in me, they help me want to help other people more. And that's what's unique here. That's never been done in the history of the market, people. And that's why I keep growing. I help the ones who want to be helped. Unfortunately, a lot of people, it takes a lot of time. They got a lot of issues, people. There's a lot of people in desperate need of help. Mentally ill. Like Paul Montgomery, what is his name? Paul something. Mentally unstable people. Like the stock clown. Like the people who can't do retweets and likes. And that give me flack when I kick them out. And that troll me because I kick them out because they don't want to follow my rules. They're mentally unstable people out there, people. I know this already. A high level of people on the social media are mentally unstable, that have mental issues, that need a lot of mental help. And it's going to take time to help them, people. It could take them years before they realize that I was right all along. A lot of people who were wrong realize I'm right, and they say, "You're right, Sandro. I apologize to you." They finally woke up from the slumber. And some people will never wake up, like the stock clown. He will never wake up from the slumber. And if he doesn't wake up, he's going to probably, you know, suffer a very horrible downturn. I'm not going to say the words, the negative words, but you know what I mean by downturn. Of you finally, when that day happens for him, it won't be good. If he continues to be the way he is, if he doesn't wake up and change, he's going to have a very bad ending, in my opinion, in his life. All because he doesn't want to listen. I'm warning him right now to change, to apologize, to stop the trolling, to realize you're wrong, to spy in a massive way, to realize you were wrong on a lot of things. And until you realize you're wrong, Stock Clown John, you will continually deteriorate as a person. That is true. Hello, Nicole. If you missed this live stream, you should listen to it. And you know, people, another thing I'll tell you, you should listen to my this live stream over and over again. You should hear what I say for days on end, over and over and over again, looping it. Because this live stream, there's powerful messages in there if you want to hear what I just told you. There are very powerful messages in this live stream. This is very unique. And I'm going to continue to do a lot of great things for my serious followers. And who want help. People sent me money out of free will. Why is that, Stock Clown? Anyways, people, it's getting a bit, you know, the thing is, I have even more energy than ever before now, and that's for another new thing I'm doing, and I'm going to get into it more. Because everybody who comes encounters with Power Trick or Trade, you know, they're going to be very happy that they had me telling them about health and wealth and fitness and lifestyle, everything, and the markets and the big picture. Everybody knows I've been right. The markets for the past 2 years massively correct majority of the time. Everybody knows that. Yeah, I told you Tesla money flow. That's the answer is inside of PowerGroupTrades. Tesla should be able to bounce. It should do very well. It should be able to bounce. It kind of showed that strength. But I would, if we get the confirmation of the key numbers that I explained to you, especially the entry level that I explained this afternoon, once again revisiting, Tesla is definitely going to try to test higher. But right now, what we need is the cooperation of the market right now. And it's getting close, people. But unfortunately, without the market breaking from that channel, we have to wait as a supportive measure. It's a bit of suffering, in other words, in some positions. But when we stick to a plan and we execute and hold for the right reasons, we will make our money way more than the people who don't know how to hold properly or get out or in and out for the wrong reasons. And sometimes I can't get out. Sometimes I don't get out on everything due to the amount of signals coming in from the market. But when it comes to the big picture of things, like the example of WDC, that's all that matters. That's what I'm trying to tell you, people. It's not about the everyday fluctuation. It's about the big picture. Was I massively correct, WDC? Of course, people. And I wasn't just a little bit right. I was massively right. It took 3 weeks, but in the end, I was right. To this day, the Stock Clown is massively wrong, the spy, for over 15 months, people. Massively wrong. Listen again, people. Massively, 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 massively wrong. 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 There's a big difference, people. That's because he's pebble mind. No skill, no thinking abilities. Very low skill. There is a skill, old world, it's outdated thinking. Completely hogwash. It's a new world now. Adaptive thinking is the way to go. Adapt to the market, because the market will not repeat itself. It may not repeat itself and may continuously go higher and never give pullbacks like people expect it to. That is a possibility. But I'm not concerned myself with that. I'm concerned with adapting to the market. And right now, the market is remaining bullish, in my opinion, to go higher, to go and test, as long as we hold, listen, people, as long as we hold key supports. Now, the market is giving me lots of reasons that we are going to bounce. Unfortunately, I wish I could tell you exactly the time and this. I don't have that power. Nobody does. But I have the next best thing, which is my strategy. my experience, my big picture thinking, my unique style of analyzing the market. And I go over this one-on-one, and I teach this one-on-one. I spend lots of time with the people who work with me one-on-one, who invested to work with me one-on-one. Unfortunately, that's a small group that can only come to this, because it has to be that way, unfortunately, people. The reason being is many people do not have the ability to become a leader. They just don't have it in them. So they're better off following top-notch leaders. And many people, and I say the majority, require leadership help, leadership advice to help them to their full potential. So that's my and simply being, even if you have the best technical analysis skills, if you have the big picture in the background approving what you say, you will do much better than not having the big picture expert on your side. That's my message here, people. And I'm being honest with you, genuine with you. Everybody needs a push. And PowerTarget Trade, I've studied the market harder than just about anybody out there. And I'm convinced that what I know is better than just about anything out there. And it's growing in leaps and bounds. And I learned that nothing can be a 100%. So you must stick to your rules and master them, which are big picture thinking, and catch the most of those gains when the market presents itself. And everybody has downturns. Everybody has. Don't let anybody tell you that the most successful people have small downturns in order to catch the big gains. And that's the psychological thing I'm trying to explain to people. In order to catch the big gains, you must be able to handle the downturns like the WDC did, the support levels, and understand that, and be able to handle a little bit of pain and suffering to catch the glory. But the minute you start changing your personality to every little wick and every little pop and drop, you will become a disaster trader. You will be decimated and destroyed. I guarantee you this, people. Without a doubt, if you don't listen to what I tell you to do, if you don't listen to my advice, I should say, you should listen to what I tell you, will fail. The market will destroy you mentally. Believe me, it cannot destroy me mentally, because I know I have defeated that aspect of it. I have the most toughest mental skills there is out there. I told my wife one thing: in this world you need a mind of steel to succeed. Because of the negativity. Do you think that Donald Trump, with all the negative press that he gets, do you see him that he stops being who he is? Donald Trump he has a mind of steel. Okay, people may not agree with what he says or whatever but he has a mind of steel. That's why nothing deters him. People say this and that. That guy goes, every time you see him doing a speech, he's laughing at his trolls, at all the negative press, the media. He makes fun of people. Kudos to Donald Trump for that, because he stands his ground. You got to stand your ground in this world. You got to have a mind of steel. He's successful. Donald Trump is successful because he has a mind of steel. You understand, people? That's the reality of it. That's what it is. Now, I'm not getting into politics, because I don't think that a lot of things aren't run the right way, and the world does better as long as small companies do well, and companies like Apple. In other words, a bullish market is better for the market than a bearish market, people. And so the people who wish upon a bearish market deserve to be poor on the street and broke, and digging the garbage for food to eat, like the stock clown. See, I'm an optimistic, I'm a builder person. That's why I'm a bull. But of course I changed my mind when things were, why have I've been a bull since 2016, when everybody was a bearish. PowerTarget Trade was the first bull to create the most powerful plan on the SPY, where even the world record holder, who deserves to be broke on the streets for not recognizing that, the difference in my skill, because he's clueless and blind. Clueless and blind of what I said compared to him. He should recognize, you know what? I don't know it all. I don't know it all. And this guy, PowerTarget, he made me look like an amateur. Admit it. And you will then be clear of your wrongful doing. All right, people. Yeah, Microsoft is, again, the problem with Microsoft is that Microsoft is still fine. It has to hold and key supports. It's honestly, it's following Apple. Apple weak, Microsoft weak. Microsoft strong, Apple strong. That's the problem, Ricardo. So, as long as, listen, I made an update about Apple inside of PowerGroupTrades. That is the answer I have for you. Okay, we need the market to tell us something right now. Unfortunately, as long as Apple does what I told you guys in PowerGroupTrades, it's all fine. Apple can do a WDC. Apple can come back like a WDC as long as it does the right things. And so far, it is still not violated a key level. And it can reverse, people. Mark my words. That's why I'm making these videos. I do these live streams because I can go and tell people, listen to what I said here. Everybody can see what I said about FedEx. It's all documented. Every story I tell you is documented proof I have. Anybody says that I'm lying, pay me $1 million. I will put them in. I will put them I will wipe them out of their. I will wipe them out of all their wealth. Everything I say is 100% true. Everything I say. So, my live streams are what I say, documents what I say. SPY is going higher. As long as we don't violate those key levels, SPY will go higher 100% for sure. But we need the SPY to give us the first crack through the trend line of the wedge that is still forming, people. It's still forming the wedge. That's why we're struggling. But as soon as the market resumes out of the wedge, then we will see a big smile on our face with money coming back in key levels and then getting into more winning plans. Like we have been doing so far all of January and all of February, just making money. I'm very happy with everything. Especially in December when the stock cloud was bearish, the market still wrong. We had the best month. We were rocking in massive gains in Costco and in FedEx and so many other winners. That's the reality, people. Big picture expert. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. Study my live streams. Study my creative. Oh, by the way, people, let me tell people. By the way, before I go, let's show people something. How to become a serious follower for the people who are, who are new. There's always going to be new people coming and going. There's always yo-yo birds out there. So, people, you see this thing here? This pinned tweet. Study what I say and listen. If you do not know what to do after listening to this video, you are just mentally unstable. You are going to fail in life. That's it. That's all I have to say to you. You deserve to fail in life. If you cannot understand the instructions in this video, and this is so simple, follow these rules and I will gladly help you inside of PowerGroupTrades. It's that simple. Follow the rules. Just follow the rules to help other people. My rules help other people. That's what my rules do, people. It helps other people. How else would I've helped other people because of this. That's why we must do the retweets and likes and make the positive comments. How else do we help people through that? That's what social media is all about, people. But I have to give people a reason through having my help through PowerGroupTrades. So that's what I do. I have to use some sort of a leverage. How else do you get people to wake up from their slumber? How else, people? So study that video. And another thing, we're going to go to my one second. We're going to go to my my YouTube channel. Oh fuck! I didn't update the damn date. Well, it's okay. Anyways, I'll do that after. I'll update the date. I didn't do that. It's one thing I forgot to do. Fuck. Anyways, people, subscribe to the YouTube channel if you want to be a serious follower. Also subscribe so that you can like the videos, so you can participate in helping people. Spread the word of Power Trigger Trade. Okay, people? Power Trigger Trade, always studying to improve, to help, to do good things, because that's the only way in life is to be. When you empower people, when you do good and you're good for yourself, when you love yourself and you do good for yourself, you can help other people. When you're ill and you have mental issues, how are you supposed to help other people, people? How can you help other people if you have mental issues yourself? You follow what I'm saying, people? All right, now, I told you this would be an eye-opening and mind-opening live stream, and as promised, it is. Whether people want to realize it or not, right? Oh, for fuck's sakes! All right, now. Still to this day, Power Trigger Trade correct FedEx the big picture. Is FedEx higher? It is. Is Stockton wrong still? He is. Just like the SPY. Stockton people, old world thinking, little mind, little pebble thinking. Just like Paul. You know, another Paul. You know, there's a Paul out there. Very small-minded thinking. Very, 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 very misinformed individual. I gotta drink some water. All right, people. Where's my damn live stream thing? All right, people. That's it for tonight, people. Don't forget to like the live stream. Thanks for listening, and make sure you study this live stream. Good night, people.